You just got me while I was munching a crisp.
We're live. We're live.
It's Friday. Hello. Welcome to the live.
It's Friday then. It's Saturday, Sunday.
I can't sing that.
Friday then. Anyway, so it's Friday. We've made it through another week.
We have. So, as you guys know, we did not do a live on Tuesday. So, this is our first live of the week. First and only live of the week.
Yeah.
Let's talk a little bit about what we did.
So, I baked cakes yesterday.
Tuesday. Why we didn't do the live?
You said what? We're talking about what we did this week.
No, I meant for Tuesday. Anyway, go on. You start.
Okay.
I know, Chris.
I didn't want to jump right into what we were doing on
All
Tuesday. Right. That's, I'm just trying to conversation start. Do you know what I'm saying? So, I baked a cake yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
I baked 2 cakes yesterday. So, my cousin's not feeling well, so I wanted to make him a cake. And because I was doing it in my mum's new kitchen, I felt like I needed to bake her a cake as well. So I baked 2 cakes.
Yes, you did.
So I baked a pineapple upside down cake for my mum because I know it's one of her favourites. And then I also baked a cherry and almond cake for my cousin because I know it's his favourite.
There you are.
So, so I baked 2 cakes today.
Aoife, hello.
Hey, Aoife.
How are you doing? You okay? Are you feeling a bit better?
I hope you're well. So, yesterday, because I think as well, sometimes I have to be in the mood to bake.
Well, yeah, I know you do feel right that way.
Yeah, and sometimes I don't feel like I baked all through lockdown. So I baked the cakes yesterday, and obviously I left one at my mum's. I brought a piece home, so we each had a piece last night, and then I just topped the cherry and almond cake today. But we didn't have any double cream, and so I was thinking, what am I going to use? So I decided to use buttercream. But when you do buttercream, so like I did 150 grams of buttercream, but you also you have to use like 340 grams. For 150 grams of butter, you have to use 340 grams of icing sugar. And I just think to myself, wow.
Well, it was very nice because I've been eating it while you've been out. The remnants of the bowl.
Yeah.
Eva said, "Oh, you're beyond sweet, Kelly."
Oh,
she is sweet.
Thank you.
I wouldn't tell her that though. Eva said, "Kel, tell Mark what happened. Mark, I will always and forever adore Kelly as my sister in heart."
I have told him. So.
Yeah, I did hear.
Yeah.
I'm really sorry to hear that.
We're going to try and keep it upbeat. We're going to try and keep you upbeat, and that's the aim.
Yeah.
Of the life, to try and keep everything upbeat. I was baking the cake, and then I was doing the icing. So you thought the icing was nice?
I a lot of it. I had to stop myself otherwise because I thought I'm going to end up eating a pound of butter with sugar. But it was very, very good.
I put almond essence in it as well.
Yeah, I could tell.
Yeah,
so very almondy flavour. Yeah, it was very good.
It did have like a real almond flavour. So I hope it does go with the cake. I also put white chocolate chips in the cake as well.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
Did it work?
I don't know.
Oh, you haven't tried it?
I haven't tried it.
I thought he might cut you a slice.
Mark was hoping that I was going to bring home a couple of slices. That's what you were hoping. But it's for somebody else. So obviously, like with my mum's one, it was fine because it wasn't for an occasion.
No.
Not that, obviously, my cousin wasn't feeling well, so it wasn't for an occasion. But it was because he wasn't feeling well that I decided, you know what, I'm going to make a cake.
Hi, Richard. How are you?
Hey, Richard. I hope you're well.
You're good. Nice to see you. Good Friday. Richard said, "Hi, Mark and Kelly. Did you see my Clue with Clue's trailer?"
Oh, no. I've not had time to have a look at...
Do you know what? This week we haven't, but I'm going to have a look at yours. Not now, but I will look at it after the live. What is it? So is a clue within a clue? Is that what it is? So I'm munching crisp while I'm talking.
No, I've been quite busy. I was actually editing a video before I went out. So obviously it takes ages to edit a video with all of the little things that you want to put in it. It's not a 5-minute job.
Hi, Charlie.
Hey, Charlie. I hope you're well. So yeah, so I was just getting on with that and doing different things, and yeah, so that's what we've been doing.
How are you, Charlie? You okay? Yeah, but we will catch up with your. I do want to check your, because I do like your little clues within clues. Aoife's. Oh, Aoife said, "Who's the third invisible person?" No, I think there's now 5 on the live. Okay. Oh yeah, you want. Or not everybody wants to come on. That's why. So
Yeah.
not everybody wants to join the chat. So we always have it cool. If you want to join the chat, we'd love to chat to you. But you don't have to. You can sit in the background and listen.
And just watch us.
Yeah. 937 subscribers. Well done, Charlie.
Well done. Wow.
Richard said, just watch the trailer because it's for huge vlogs and one of them is sold out. Right, I will have a little look at that.
Okay.
I will have a look at that. Where actually I've got my.
You dropped it down there.
I dropped it down here. I will have a check out of your thing. Hope the creep isn't one. No, we hope he wasn't. Nobody's gonna disturb.
But if anybody wants to join the live, please do. But yeah, so I did that yesterday. So baked the cakes, and then in the week we also, I hope everybody celebrated Valentine's or had a good Valentine's, whether single, self-love, or couples, or however you chose to celebrate it. I hope it went well. And so we were looking to try somewhere different. Do you want to?
Yeah, I was just checking out Richard's one, what he was doing for the RA trailer for the February and March. Clues to what's happening in February and March. Right, I shall watch that later. I shall just have a little watch of that later. Yes, so what we did, so Kelly and I went to afternoon tea on Tuesday. That's the reason why we couldn't do the live. Now, we were hoping it would be a nice Valentine's afternoon tea, but it wasn't the best, unfortunately. So what happens is we went, shall I say the name?
Yeah.
Yeah, so we went to the Park Tower, which is in Knightsbridge. So anybody not familiar with Knightsbridge, is right next to Harvey Nichols, about a minute's walk from Harrods. So we'd never been there before. So this is a new one, we thought. Now, one thing we were saying before is we've now learned our lesson. Never try something new on a special occasion. That's been our learning curve. Never try something new on a special occasion.
Clearly, I didn't understand that from my birthday. So
poor Kelly, I know. So we went to one of Kelly's favourite restaurants, one of the restaurants she really likes locally. And she always has a sort of a similar thing that she really enjoys on the menu. But on your birthday, you decided to try something new.
Because it was my birthday, that's why I decided to try something new. I thought, do you know what? I'm not going to get the huge.
And didn't like it. So Kelly went for lamb shank, which was also the most expensive thing on the menu, and you didn't like it.
No, they hadn't sealed. They hadn't sealed the meat, yeah. So they hadn't sealed in no juices. They braised it, right, which is a glorified version of boiling. They braised it in a tomato sort of like, not tomato sauce, but like a tomato.
Anyway. So we went to the Park Plaza.
We're going back to New Year's. To Valentine's. Sorry.
Oh, Mark and Kelly, blood count is at 10.1. Vitamin D should be 50 over 55, and is 10. Oh my God!
Wow.
Make sure you go to the doctors and check that out. Keegan, hello.
Hey, Keegan.
How are you? You okay?
Nice I hope you're well.
Yeah. So we went to the Park Plaza as well. They took us to the foyer and said, "Yep, your afternoon tea will be ready if you wait here." Don't think that's where we were having afternoon tea, in the reception area,
in the lounge bit.
I couldn't believe it. We just I said, "What? We're having afternoon tea in the reception area?"
Because what happened when we got there, we walked in the front. So the hotel faces the main road. So we walked in at the front. And when we walked in, they said, we said, "Oh, we're here for afternoon tea." And I noticed it said casino. And they said, "Oh, no, we had to go back out and go around the corner to the back." And I just thought, well, I've worked in hotels before. And I just thought, well, towards the back is where the staff go. But I thought, okay. So we went round to the back. And it was unfortunately, it was a little bit dilapidated. Now, the thing is, it's a 5-star hotel. So my expectations are already high because it's a 5-star hotel and you have certain expectations. Now, the reason why we chose this hotel because we wanted to make it more economical. We didn't want to, like on Valentine's Day, everybody hikes up their prices and all of this type of stuff. So I didn't want to.
They've had them confiscated.
So I didn't want to. I didn't want to go to somewhere where all the prices are hyped up on purpose and things like that. So I said, do you know what? Let's pick a more reasonable place. So we picked this place, nice 5-star hotel, blah, blah, blah. So we went round the back. It was all dilapidated. It needed work doing to it. You couldn't, if you were approaching it from the back, you wouldn't even know it was a Park Tower hotel because the signage had gone.
No, not at all. So Jeff, a few comments there. So Eva said, I just had baby potatoes and salad cream, and earlier had beans and scrambled eggs. Okay. Nice. Keegan said, I'm good, thank you. I had a good Valentine's Day.
Oh, nice.
What did you do? Richard said, after Valentine's Day, I got chocolate sales. One huge Toblerone and matchmakers and fruit bread. See, this is always the good thing as well, because all the Valentine's stuff is on sale afterwards. So Eva asked, Mark, what did Kelly order? Please tell me she didn't become unwell. Oh, and my hair is looking rather dapper. Yes, I have had a haircut. Thank you for noticing. So it was getting a bit mullety at the back, so I did get it cut. So
well, afternoon tea is normally a standard. You choose. Like, we never go for like the alcohol and things like that, which bumps up everything. So we never do like the champagne or the this and the that. We don't do all the bells and whistles. So anyway, so we went round the back. It's all dilapidated. There's breeze block that you can see all the breeze. So basically, where the signage should be, there was all breeze block, and then they had braced it underneath with wood so that it wouldn't fall on people's heads and stuff like that. And I just thought, well, okay, fair enough. So we walked in, beautiful reception, very small hallway and stuff. And we walked in, and then there was a what looked like a lovely restaurant to the left.
Yeah.
So I thought, oh, mate, that's where we're going to go. Anyway, so you've got a small reception there, probably about a 3-station reception, which is pretty small for a 5-star hotel. But anyway, we walked in. And then, so off the reception, there's a lounge bit where, you go and wait. So if you were waiting for a friend or whatever, it's the lounge where you would go and wait for people. Anyway, she said, oh, could we go and wait in there? And then somebody would be along to take us to where we're going to sit. And I thought, oh, so then someone's going to escort us to like another place. I thought, well, she could just tell us where it is and we'll walk there. Do you know what I mean? We don't need someone to come and get us. I just thought, oh, God. I felt a little bit important. I thought, oh, all right then. I thought, this is really a good service. Anyway, so we sat down. We were there for about 5-7 minutes, I would say, between 5 and 7 minutes. And then a lady came along and she goes, oh, hello. Now, while we were waiting, there was a guy doing business over the phone. So obviously in this lounge area, he's sitting down, he's conducting business or whatever it is that he's doing. There's nobody else in the lounge. It's just us and this guy doing business. So we walk it. So she goes, oh, hello. You're just going to be sitting over here. You're going to be sitting over here. So when I looked, I thought, oh, we're having afternoon tea in the reception lounge.
It's in the foyer, basically. So it's just off from the foyer. It's a place where you could just sit down. It's like a waiting area. Yeah. Essentially.
And so in this waiting area, you had stairs to go up to the room. You had so there was like 4 exits or 4 entry points. And so the bit where you come through from reception and you can go straight up the stairs to go to your room, or you walk through and you go to the lifts, or you walk through to the other opening and that sort of takes you on the other side of the restaurant kind of thing. And so I was confused. And so anyway, they seated us at a coffee table. Now, when you go to chintzy pubs, right? Because you get these chintzy pubs and breakfast places. You sit on a coffee table. Like how you're supposed to eat whatever it is in these chintzy pubs that they do over a coffee table is beyond me. So now we were going to have our coffee. So I'm now sitting on the edge of the sofa because obviously you can't sit back and relax because the coffee table is too low. Yeah. So I was just like, right. And they put these like sort of like grass looking green mats. and they had the cheek to put reserved on the table, right? So that if anybody came from any of the rooms and just made themselves at home, they knew that the table was reserved. So I was just sitting there thinking, like, okay. So she said, she said, can I get you some tea? And I said, yes. Like, do you have like a menu of the teas that you do? She goes, oh no. I said, well, what teas do you do? She goes, every tea. So
anyone you want, just name it.
Just name it.
Okay, I can't think off the top of my head. Name it. Anyone you want. Well, Richard's all right. Richard did get a Valentine's message from Denver, United States.
Oh, okay.
From Lady Sherry. I have known her for years. Her voice makes me go weak at the knees. Oh, wow. So are you guys doing a regular chat? Or is this somebody, do you voice chat? Or is this something over Skype? Tell us more. Anyway.
Yeah, tell us more.
So back to the teas.
So I said, well, what teas do you? She starts reeling them off as if I'm going to remember all the teas that she's saying. And I was just like, normally when you go to an afternoon tea, you read the tea and it gives you a little bit of a blurb of how, it's a smoky type tasting from the hills of wherever and all of these types of stuff. There was none of that. She's just reading off teas. She said breakfast tea. I said, okay. I just thought, let's just make it easier. I said, breakfast tea will be fine. Then she tells you what tea would you want? So
now with me, I couldn't remember them all. So I thought I'm just going to stop at the first one that sounds okay. She's reading them out and she said, I can do a lime and ginger tea. I thought, well, that's nice. Now I'm expecting tea, like black loose leaf tea, that tastes like lime and ginger. No. When he bought it, I thought, wow, that's really sour. And I realised, I opened the pot, it was literally a lime just cut up with some ginger in it and hot water.
And she bought him a pot of honey.
Yeah, well, the thing is, that's not tea. That's what I would have if I had a cold. You know, like when someone said, I'm not well, do you want some hot lemon and ginger? It literally is, you would just cut up the lemon and I'd cut up the ginger. So I thought, this is like, I've got a cold. Anyway, I hadn't. So, we're a bit disappointed with the teas. Richard said, afternoon tea on coffee table, how odd? Yeah, and it was.
It was very odd.
But Richard, the thing was, it was actually, like I say, in a reception area. So you've got people coming in and out. I thought, this is just weird. And we were the only couple there for the first half hour before another couple turned up.
Oh, easily the first hour.
Yeah, probably the first hour.
And then, anyway, she brought my tea. It was a tea bag. It wasn't even loose leaf tea. It was a tea bag. I've never experienced this in a 5-star hotel before. Like a tea bag, and then you're charging people. Anyway, so I said to her, oh, it's not even loose leaf tea. So basically, if you want they have to do like normally. What they would do in a normal afternoon tea, they have loose leaf tea at the bottom, and then when they come around, they refill it. They refill the water with hot water so that you can reuse the tea leaves that make the tea nice. It brews. And I just thought, well, she's just put a tea bag. Like I could have done that myself.
Oh, so Aoife said, Kate, I'm calling out for what it is. It appears to me, which is xenophobia. So you got moved to the foyer. Don't even try excusing that. It's disgusting. I don't think it was xenophobia. I'll tell you why, because the other couple were in the foyer. I do think they literally have it in the foyer.
Yeah, they do.
But I just thought for a 5-star hotel to have it in the foyer, and as Richard said as well, a tea bag for a 5-star hotel. It was a tea bag. Kelly had the tea bag. You would expect it loose leaf tea. I think what it is they are just not geared up to it, and as well.
And do you know what? The thing is that the area that we were sitting in, the lounge, was beautiful. It was so nice. It was beautiful, but it's still it was still the lounge off of the reception. It was the reception lounge.
Yeah.
So I have never, I've worked in hotels. You have a lounge bar. It wasn't even a lounge bar. It was just a lounge. It wasn't even like, I thought they were going to escort us to a dedicated tea room. That's where I thought they would go, or to the restaurant. So, you go. There's a piano player or whatever.
Yeah.
That's what we're used to. So, when you go to Fortnum's, they have like a piano. If you go to the Ned, they have a jazz band. If you go to Chesterfield, they have a guitar player. If you go to the Ritz, they have also someone playing piano. I can't remember what they have at the Savoy, or I'll have to think on that one. But there have been many places that we've been to, and it's a dedicated area. So this is my first time going. So even when you go Sanderson's, now when you go Sanderson's, it looks like it's in an office building just off of Oxford Street. But when you go in, they've got beautiful atrium. You're sitting down. You're not sitting off of reception where people are walking in and out, going to their rooms and stuff. There's a dedicated space. I've never been to somewhere where they don't have a dedicated space for afternoon tea. It's actually a space that is utilized by everyone. So there's no dedicated space. So we were there and we were just like, right, okay. So she brought me my tea bag in a teapot. She brought you your fresh limes and ginger in a teapot. And then they brought us the sandwiches. Now I have to say the wait staff were really nice.
Yeah, so the lady that served us was a really nice lady.
Yeah, and then there was a guy that came and gave us a little. It was known as the winter chocolate tea, and there was only 2 elements other than the desserts that were based around chocolate. There was no.
Not really.
It wasn't, to me. It wasn't like, oh, we've got a special chocolate tea. We've got a special hot chocolate. It was your winter chocolate tea.
Eva said, Kelly and Mark, how would you feel about a short haul flight for 2 in the UK? Thinking in the summer, maybe, possibly. Well,
It wouldn't interest me, only because you've got to do all the stuff as if you were going long haul. So if I was going, so if I was going abroad and had to do that to end up somewhere else in the UK, that would be a no for me.
Richard said, I had a 5-star mocha from Ralph Lauren. Is it Lauren?
Ralph Lauren.
Is it Ralph Lauren? Oh, yeah, he put a T on the end. Yeah, it's Ralph Lauren. It was rubbish, small and bitter. Yuck. And this is it. I know what you're saying. When you go to a 5-star step, you are expecting it to be really on point. Eva sent you a message in French. You're going to have to translate.
Oh, I'll have a look at that in a minute.
Yeah.
So anyway, so the wait staff were really nice. Anyway, so she brought the sandwich. She brought the plate, right, with that. So she brought a little tower. They were really attentive. Like she said to Mark, the chef wants to know, because Mark's pescatarian, whether eggs are okay. And Mark said, yeah, eggs are fine. So the sort of like the sandwiches and stuff came out. It was, so on my plate, for my part, it was a 1-finger sandwich. It was 1 mini croissant with egg, mayonnaise in it. It was a quarter of a chicken wrap and a little lobster flourless muffin, which was really just egg. It was a lobster egg thing in the shape of a muffin. And the tiniest square of chocolate of a mushroom tart you've ever seen in your life.
I mean, it was like that.
It was like a postage stamp. That's how big. It literally was the size of a postage stamp. And I'm not even going to lie. When you watch the video, because I'm editing the video at the moment, you'll see the size.
Yeah, we will put it up on our video so you can see it.
It is literally the size of a postage stamp. In fact, what I'm going to do, I will show you a picture.
Now, normally, while Kelly's looking for that, when you do afternoon tea, it's replenishable. So if you have your 4 sandwiches, that's a taster. There we go. And then you get that replenished. So that was Kelly's plate.
So 1 sandwich. So that was my plate. Okay. And then if you have a look at Mark's plate.
I got 2 sandwiches, but I didn't get the wrap.
That was Mark's plate. Okay. So, and then I'm going to show you what we had.
Oh, Eva said it's a helicopter ride. You only have to turn up. Okay, well, I'll have a little look. I'll let Kelly read the French bit. Yeah, Richard said that posh places don't do bread edges. But yeah, that's the best bit. No, I like bread edges as well.
We're used to having finger sandwiches. That's not a problem for me. I prefer finger sandwiches. I prefer them crustless. This was the cakes, right? That is basically 1 each. Let me see if I can get that to focus. Is it focusing?
I think you can make out the deal. Yeah, so it was like one each as well. But as Kelly and I were saying, if you it's not going to work. If you were to go on your own, you would literally get 3 of them.
Yeah, you would get the if you were on your own, you would literally get 1, 2, 3, 4. That is it. That would be your lot. And then we got 2 scones each, 1 chocolate and 1 plain scone, and that all. So basically that. So there's the cakes there. You get 4 scones. That's 2 each. And those like little finger sandwiches and stuff. Just guess how much it came to, including gratuity.
So that was the thing. So but yeah, like I said, we don't do afternoon tea that often. I think for us the big disappointment was because it was Valentine's Day, we wanted to, but we learned our lesson. We will next time we'll probably do afternoon tea, a new one. £60, says Richard. It was 87, Richard, in the end. That cost me £87 for those sandwiches, cakes, and so for afternoon tea in those bits, 75, says Eva. No, yeah, 87. Then normally with afternoon tea, it's normally, to be fair, the ones like Fortnum's and stuff, they charge about 70 quid per person.
Yeah.
So this was 40 quid per person. And yeah, oh my God, says Richard. Yeah, all that. But because it's a 5-star. So I did think it was a 5-star place. It wasn't a 5-star afternoon tea.
I wouldn't have minded that it wasn't replenishable if it was more than what that is a £20, if that.
Yeah, but also they've doubled the price because it's in a 5-star hotel.
Yeah,
and it's in Knightsbridge.
Right.
I've got to say, I'm not like Kelly. We were saying this as well. I'm not a big fan of Knightsbridge. It's really difficult to get to. £87? Are you insane?
Yeah.
Well, do you know what? It was a special occasion. And I have paid more than that for Fortnum's. But at Fortnum's, you can have as many sandwiches as you want.
As you want. Sandwiches and cakes. And you also get a choice off of the trolley and stuff like that. Trolley. But the problem is, I wouldn't have minded the £87 if you were getting more. Like, fair enough, it's not replenishable. Totally get it. But why didn't we get 2 or 3 of everything?
Well, we asked actually. We said, are the sandwiches replenishable? So the lady said, well, I'll go and check. So she went to check the chef. She came back and she said, you can have it again, but there'll be an extra charge. I thought, I'm not paying more than 87. So God knows what, I didn't even ask what the extra charge was. I probably should have for the video.
Yeah.
But I thought I'm not going to even ask, because even if it's a tenner, I'm not paying £10 for 4 sandwiches.
Yeah.
It was just ridiculous.
It was just ridiculous. And like, I think it then sort of like, my problem is this: it could be so good. There were elements of it that they could make the afternoon tea and the experience, because part of the afternoon tea is the experience.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
It is part of the experience. It's you're going for afternoon tea. You're going to a 5-star hotel. There's a little bit of theatrics that go with going for an afternoon tea. Now, I'm assuming they don't get many customers, but there's a reason. And I wish I had read the reviews before we went, because there was about a total of 3 reviews, and it told you like exactly, like, people were confused. Why are they in a lounge foyer? Other people had complained that they wanted to take the food home, but they weren't allowed to. If they didn't finish it, they weren't allowed to take the food.
What Richard says, so he said, the best afternoon tea I've had was in Enfield Sweet Shop at £18 for 2, unlimited tea and coffee. And then most afternoon teas will do unlimited something. So they'll either do unlimited sandwiches or limited cakes, unlimited coffee. And for £87, you would expect that. As Eva said, it's not worth 35. Richard said, I've done afternoon tea with my niece. It was a Hello Kitty themed. She said it was £20 and I was £40, unlimited, and an hour and a half, and you could take food after. And this is the thing, you couldn't take food home in this place either. Sahinas, hello.
Hey, Sahinas.
We were talking about you earlier.
We were talking about you today. Yeah.
I was going to say, I've been saying, how are you? You're okay?
I hope you're well.
We were saying, actually, I want to do a video now. Kelly's mum's got a new kitchen. So it's a lot easier to film from her kitchen rather than ours is terrible. It's too small.
It's a Ghana kitchen.
Yeah, but hers will be great. So I wanted to do one of your recipes and send it to you so you could see. So I hope you don't mind us doing that. But she said, good evening, Mark and Kelly. Lots of love from Tina's and India and friends here.
Oh, bless you. Thank you for joining us.
Yes. Eva's sent you a message in French.
Okay, I'll have a read of that in a sec. So, go on, anyway.
You missed the last one. Yeah, there it is at the top one. Yeah, so we were a bit disappointed, really. But that, as Richard, like you said, so your £40 one is pretty much what I would pay for 2 adults, £40 each, 87, and the £7 of the gratuity. But at least then, like you said, you've got unlimited sandwiches, plus you've got drinks as well. My kitty themed afternoon tea was Japanese themed.
Yeah,
Best
Hello
was the
Kitty is Japanese.
Mama's Pie secret recipe from the Hello Kitty company. See, that sounds really nice. Whereabouts was that? I hope you don't mind me asking whereabouts that was, but that actually sounds quite cool. The other one we wanted to do, now a friend of mine was saying that there's a wizards one. He originally said it was Harry Potter, but I don't think it is. I think it's actually a wizards theme one. So they kind of they can't get the name Harry Potter for the rights. So what they've done is they've called it a wizarding theme. So I think it kind of is Harry Potter-esque. But I've asked him for the details on that because I do want to try that one. But that one sounded quite good. But I just thought that was we just thought we'd update you on there. So we probably would not, actually I know we wouldn't, recommend going to that one. So if you are in Knightsbridge, maybe swerve to avoid the Park Tower.
Park Tower, yeah.
Park Tower afternoon tea. There's loads there as well. However, we did stop on the way off. I said we've got to make something. We try and make the most of while we're here. So we did go to Harrods. So Kelly and I went to the food hall in Harrods, and we did buy some stuff there as well. And we came back. Yeah, we're really greedy. We did eat that at the same time to make a video of it. So they had a croissant. And inside the croissant was cod roe, so it's fishy. Then it's got gravlax, which is the smoked salmon. And then it had caviar on the smoked salmon. And then it had gold leaf, so ostentatious. It had gold leaf on top the croissant itself. So it was quite big. It was like this big. It was expensive. It was £12, but we wanted to try it just for a video, just to see what it's like. So we did buy some other stuff, which will be a surprise because we'll have that in one of our videos. But we do a taste test in Harrods. You're right.
Yeah, I'm just confused by. I can't understand Aoife's message. That's all.
Oh, okay. There we go. So Sahina says, "Thank you so much. My pleasure. Oh, we'd love to do that, Sahina, with your cooking things. Now all my videos are translated into English. I know. I saw that. So he didn't. So I put it on the when I watch your videos." I put the captions on, and all the captions come in English so I can understand them. Because your earlier ones, some of them ones I was looking at. I could understand what you were doing because you were very. What's good with your videos? You're very clear, so you'll show the ingredients, you put it in, so I know roughly what ones to do. But yeah, no, it looked really, really good. So I will definitely look to try one of your recipes. So it'll be like across the sea, but I'll be able to do it virtually.
Mm-hmm. So it was a bit of a disappointment at the thing, but you've moved on to the Harrods, and I've got to say,
you can move back to it. Sorry, I was
no, it's fine. The food, I've got to say, some of the food in Harrods that we tried was so good.
Oh, now Harrods is expensive, as you can imagine, but it is really, really worth it. I've got to say, I'm going to have to afford it all the time. No. Because it is pricey.
You need a mortgage.
Yeah. Well, it's not that. Do you know, it wasn't. I mean, like I said, £16 or £12 for a sandwich, all right, is expensive.
£12 for a croissant is very expensive.
But I was going to say, yeah, well, of course it is. But it is Harrods, and you do get, like I say, the smoked salmon in there. You do get the cod roe in there. Please do check it out when we put it out. We think you might be interested in it. I don't think.
I don't think so.
No. I don't think so. That was Eva's asked us a question.
Yeah, so I don't think so. But we wouldn't know.
No, it doesn't show on our thing.
Yeah.
So what was I going to say? So do check that out for the Harrods video. We will show you there. I've not been to Harrods for about 12, 13 years, maybe longer. So I'm really interested actually to see. It was really interesting to have a look around as well.
Yeah.
We'll definitely go back there again.
Oh, for sure.
And we'll buy some more food again.
Yeah, and you know what? We tried their desserts, and I've got to say though, their desserts weren't as good as the food. I think.
You mean as the savoury ones?
Yeah, the desserts weren't as good as the savoury things that we had. They were still good. They just weren't as good because I feel like with the because we've been eating a lot of great savoury stuff, great sweet stuff at the moment.
Yeah.
My expectations are obviously of a certain thing because to me, if I'm going to pay a certain amount of money for something and the desserts there aren't cheap, I think they're probably one of the most expensive ones maybe that we tried.
Yeah, did you take any photographs of it? I don't know if you wanted to show those as well. So you can have a little, as you're in the live, you can get to see it firsthand before anybody else does on the video.
I don't think, I've only got the squashed, because it got squashed in transportation.
Oh yeah, that was the only downside. So it doesn't look actually as nice as it was when we bought it.
Yeah.
But when you actually see it there in the cabinet, it was absolutely fantastic. So that was us in Harrods.
So let me just show you.
Oh yeah, that was the video.
Yeah, I'm just going to see if I can.
Would it go? Oh yeah.
Okay, so
you can just about make out there. They look small there, but they are huge. So those are the croissants with all the
gold leaf.
Gold leaf. Can you see the gold leaf on top? The one we had was at the front, and that's gone. But you can just there it is. There, look.
Yeah,
that's the one with the gold leaf. Yeah. And then these were amazing. So these are prawn with I think like a prawn cocktail sauce. That was unbelievable. That was so good.
Yeah, I've got to say, the as expensive as it was, and it was expensive in Harrods, but it's Harrods, I guess. It was really good. And then I want to show you. So these, I don't know if it will. Oh, it will.
There you go. So as you can see there, those were the so it was actually an apple crumble, but it was cold actually. It was chilled.
That one there. Oh.
So it was really good.
I don't know if I can get a clearer picture, but it was so good. And I want to show you. So these were some of the Valentine's things that they had. Oh,
yeah, the way.
Yeah, go that way. So they were so pretty. Some of the desserts that they had. I don't know if it will.
Yeah, we'll block out our faces.
Yeah.
There we are. You're blocking your eye. You don't need to block your eye. You just have to put it behind the camera. There you go. So that was the one. They look so nice.
They were so nice.
Eva said, "Oh, Mark, I owe you a huge amount of gratitude." No, you don't.
Oh,
it's all right. You raised a red flag, questioning my haste, and potentially saved my life. And for that, I'm sincerely thankful. Oh, bless you. No, it's not a problem at all. It's one of those things. Sometimes with that as well, it's just always good to just question it. And sometimes it's very difficult to question it when you're involved in it. So sometimes it's just better if you. I
would say that to anybody.
Yeah.
A man or woman or whatever, because at the very beginning, it's just about getting to know each other, really. Yeah. So I would say that for anyone, on the other person's part as well as your part, you're just getting to know each other and seeing how things go. So yeah. Exactly,
but no problem at all. Always happy to oblige. But yeah, so that was our Harrods thing. We will put that up. Hopefully you guys enjoyed that as well. That will be coming up quite soon as well, so you can just see what we purchased in Harrods.
Yeah, so I've got to say, we also did a little bit of dim sum as well.
Yeah, that's true. Oh, I forgot about the dim sum. That was really nice as well.
We also did the dim sum as well. We would for sure go back and do probably a proper and longer review, I think, because then you could actually see. I mean, we only did a little bit of filming, and I aimed for, because let's face it, I'm not going to be able to buy any of the clothes and the shoes and the this and the that there. So we went headed straight to the food hall. That's what I was looking for. So I don't know if there's any more than what we saw. But they had these pies that I really wanted to try.
Oh
as
yeah,
well.
they look quite good as
They
well.
look really good.
So we will go back. We will show you guys there as well. We wanted to do that. Well, because there's Harrods.
Yeah.
We don't often do high end stuff at all.
No.
So it was just nice to show that.
The most high end that we do is probably afternoon tea.
Yeah, that's about as posh as we go.
Yeah, and
posh.
we go to some of the like the sort of like newer and nice cake shops that may be open and things like that, and just show you different things. But like even when you go to food markets, they're expensive. Do you know what I mean? But we've been doing things like Too Good To Go recently.
Well, that's what I was going to come on to. So from the other part we've been doing, which is some other videos we're going to be showing very soon, is thanks to Richard as well, because I think you pointed this out to us at one stage before.
Well, we were talking about it, yeah, and somebody else had asked me to download Too Good To Go.
Oh, okay.
And then that's when we were discussing it, and then one of my friends said about GoPuff.
We haven't tried. Have we done that one yet?
No, GoPuff is when you pretty much go to someone's house.
Oh, okay.
And I think, was it Richard that also told us about Olio, maybe? But yeah, Too Good To Go was from someone else, and then Richard had said that's when we were having the conversation, and Richard said that you'd used it. Yeah, he'd used it.
Eva said he loved on me in the first few days with non-stop compliments, which I requested him to give it a rest. Yeah, if someone is that full on, it's always best just to keep it to a minimum. But yes, so go back to the bits as well. So with Too Good To Go, we've really been sort of utilizing it a lot. We've used it quite a bit, and we've made quite a few videos actually, so you guys can see how to use the Too Good To Go app. Now we tried the carvery. So we did. You okay?
Yeah, my back keeps itching just down here. Yeah,
itchy back.
Thank you.
There we are. So we tried the carvery dinner. We did the carvery breakfast. So you could compare. We've done that as a video in itself. So that will come up soon. What else have we done?
We did Starbucks and Costa. So we did 2 different Starbuckses, and we did a Costa. But the place where we got the Toby where we got the dinner, and then the Toby where we got the breakfast were 2 different Tobys.
Yeah.
And I felt that we got more value for money in where we got the dinner rather than when we got the breakfast.
Yeah.
That's what I felt. That was just my own personal opinion.
Actual fact, so I've got the remnants of one here somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah. There. If you grab that for a second. So I won't open it up because it doesn't look so appetizing now because I've eaten half of it. But that's what you get from the carvery. So it's quite substantial. That is full to the brim. So it had in there, had potatoes, carrots. So just bear in mind, it will be whatever they got at the time.
Yeah.
But that was £2.50?
£2, $2.29.
Oh, $2.29.
Let me just double check.
So you get all that food. So basically, that when we emptied it out and I put it in the oven, it was a full-on meal.
It was bigger than a full-on meal.
It was really, really big. So I definitely recommend that for £2 and some pence, which Kelly's going to check.
Yeah, I'm going to just double check the prices. So give me a sec.
But the thing is, as well, for anybody not familiar with Too Good To Go, is obviously you can only take it from the places that are participating. When you purchase it, you have to pick it up within the allotted time slot.
Yeah.
So that's the thing to add. They do not deliver it. You have to pick it up. So,
okay. So for the meat one, it's £3.29, and then for the vegetarian one, it's £2.79.
£2.79. Now that is not bad for a meal. This could save you big bucks.
Sorry. I've got that wrong. For the meat one, it's £3.29. And for the vegetarian one, it's £2.29. Sorry, I was looking at the breakfast, vegetarian breakfast.
Richard said, "Oh, the Hello Kitty afternoon. He was going back a few years and got a bag somewhere in the house as the company." Okay,
right,
so
right.
I just wondered if we knew where it was. We could give that a go. Mark and Kelly, sorry, it's 1 a.m. here. Is it possible to try? If possible, try the coconut cake. You must have a. All right, we shall try the coconut cake. Okay, thank you for joining us. Lovely to see you. I will have a look at the coconut cake.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye. So the vegetarian carvery $2.29 and the roast carvery was $2.29. And I've got to say, what value for money?
Yeah, £2.29 for a meal.
Yeah.
£2.29.
It came to, I think both of them was £5.58. So we got a meal, 2 meals for £5.58. Huge, sizable meals. Now, there are 2 downsides. Well, depending on how you look at it. The pickup time was between 9:05 and 9:30 in the evening.
Yeah.
And the simple fact you have to go and pick it up. So that's the hey
Hi,
Eve,
Lee.
how are you? I hope you're well. So to go and pick up the food and then to be so late is a bit thin.
Well,
really.
it depends also as well, but you can really take advantage of it. Where you could really benefit from it is if you live near these places. You can just walk in and get it. We unfortunately don't live anywhere near these places, so we've actually got to drive in.
Yeah.
Which not defeats the purpose, but obviously you've got to add the fuel cost to
Yeah.
and get it. But I have got to say, even with that factored in, it is really, really good.
Because if you think about it, and even if you go shopping, let's say, you would not be able to get for £5.58 2 meals like that.
No.
Which
no way.
is stuffing, peas, mashed potato, roast potato, carrots, cabbage, and meat in mine. I don't even know what
I've got loads of vegetables in
Yeah,
there,
like
cauliflower and a few other bits of balls. So it was really, really good. And funny enough, when I finished it, I thought, God, I am full. That is a really good meal.
Yeah.
Aoife said, "Oh, Mark, when I rushed to Kelly to tell her about the he spoke of, he let rip and yelled, I can't believe you told Martin." Oh no, Kelly did say that. Kelly did mention that.
Yeah, I mean, look, there are some people that just want to be private and don't want things to be told to other people. So I can understand when someone would get upset with, you know, maybe saying a couple of things to other people. However, everybody has to do what's right for them. That's do you know what I mean? That's what we've got to sort of think about, that you can only do or say or whatever that is comfortable for you, really. And you know, he's got to do what's comfortable for him. So yeah, it's just, unfortunately, it's just one of those things. But you've parted ways now, and you know that's the thing of it.
Bigger and better things for you.
Yeah.
Bigger and better things.
Just think positive. Well, both of you to think positively. Yeah.
I said hello to. Did I say hello to Evelyn?
I thought
I said hello to Evelyn. And Charlie's back. Yeah, so that was it thing. So the 2 good to go app we thought was really, really good. So we definitely recommend it. We're going to put the video on so you can see our 2 orders. So what we did is we did one in the morning, one in the evening, one in the morning, but we put it all together as a video. So obviously you don't have to watch us wait all
waiting all night and all this.
So we sample both, so you can see like what you get in there, obviously the type of food you get in there, the portion size, that type of thing.
Yeah. Hey Vaughan, how are you? I hope you're well.
Oh yeah, hello Vaughan. She goes, "Oh, I'm here. Did you enjoy your excursion? We missed you." Oh, we missed you too.
Bless you. Thank you for missing us.
We bored everybody about it, Vaughan, I'm afraid. It wasn't great. It wasn't really good.
Do you know what it was? So we went for an afternoon tea. I'm editing the video at the moment, and it was a 5-star hotel we went to. So I guess I was expecting. Do you know what I was when you go to a 5-star hotel? There are certain things that we expect, whether we're prejudging a situation or. It's just one of those things.
Well, cut a long story short, because we have already told everybody as well. But the long and the short of it was, we went to a 5-star hotel. So it's the Park Tower in Knightsbridge, and it's a really amazing location. It's right next to Harvey Nichols. We thought we didn't really research it before, which is my fault really. But I booked it. We wanted to try somewhere new, and the one thing we learned from it is don't try somewhere new on a special occasion.
And research it.
Yeah. So we went there. Basically, they told us to wait in the foyer, thinking that we were going to get taken somewhere else. We actually ended up having afternoon tea in the foyer. None of it was replenishable. Kelly had 1 sandwich, a few cakes, and then charged us £87 for the privilege.
For the privilege. I I've got to admit, I've never been to a 5-star hotel and experienced that. Now, don't get me wrong, the wait staff were really nice, but there wasn't wait staff there present. You had to push a bell in order to get someone to come. Now, we never pushed the bell.
I don't like doing that. I don't know why. I just don't like doing it.
Yeah, it's just, yeah, it's a tricky one.
I'm not posh. I'm not used to just pressing a bell. And
Ding!
going,
Yeah, service. And so, yeah, so normally we've gone and we there's a dedicated space. Yes, this is a dedicated space. However, it's not a dedicated space just for afternoon tea. It was a hallway, kind of like a round shaped hallway where everyone could go to their room, go to use the lift. There was a guy doing business over the phone and all of this. And it was just I don't know whose idea it was, because it had to have been somebody in charge. It had to be a manager of some sort who decided that was going to be the dedicated space for afternoon tea.
Well, yeah, do you know, I was saying to Kelly, is that my thing on it was, I reckon that they didn't do it before. Some manager, as Kelly said, has come in and said, "Why, we're 5-star, why aren't you doing afternoon tea?" They go, "We've got nowhere to put it." "I'll just do it in the foyer, but we've got to do afternoon tea." That's how it was. But I couldn't believe we were stuck in the foyer eating afternoon tea.
I don't think that, because every 5-star hotel would do afternoon tea. It's one of those things. That Park Tower's been there for many, many years. There would never have been a time, as soon as all the big hotels would have done, because that would have been a big hotel at the time, there would have been afternoon tea. What I think happened was they've done this beautiful lounge thing. They didn't have anything to do with it. Like, what they're going to do with this beautiful space? Let's just do afternoon tea in there and not in the dedicated restaurant, right? And the restaurant was really nice, but this was impressive. They had like a chandelier hanging down and all of this type of stuff. But the problem was there were some really good elements. That's the shame of it.
Yeah,
as well.
yeah. It could have been so much better.
It could have been so much better. And they sent us round the back to the dilapidated. So they got the casino at the front of the hotel, and then they got all the afternoon tea in the reception at the back of the hotel. It doesn't make any sense.
So Richard said, changing the subject, so he said, "Oh, by the way, Misled Ragdolls is working on a funny duck song."
Oh, really?
And one of his videos got 2 million views.
Wow.
He's been
impressive.
giving you tips. Funny enough, we were looking at something like that as well to try and get tips. But interesting. And Eva's making homemade chips for tomorrow.
Oh,
that's always a good do, actually, prep it. There's nothing like homemade chips.
Yeah.
Vaughan said, "Yeah, the expectation seems reasonable. After 5 stars, Friends did something similar and it was dreadful. Never again. They will fall prey to the hype because this hotel featured in the TV special." Well, do you know what? This is it, Vaughan. Because it was a 5-star hotel, it was in Knightsbridge, right next to Harvey Nicks. I thought, we'd never been there before.
Not too far from Harrods.
Yeah, not too far from Harrods. I'm not a big fan of Knightsbridge, like I said before.
No.
It's a nightmare to get to. It's so busy, the streets. But we thought we'll try it. But yeah, it was disappointing.
And it's opposite the Mandarin Hotel.
Oh, Echo Mike Charlie.
Hello.
Echo Mike Charlie's joined us. Hello, Echo Mike.
Hello.
Hiya, guys. I'm going to Vic San Antonio Hotel in Lanzarote in the coming weeks.
Yeah,
I loved your videos from a couple of years ago. Oh, thank you.
Oh, thank you. Do you know what? We just haven't had a chance to go on holiday, but Vic San Antonio, that's your favourite hotel.
Oh, do you know what? You will love it. I was going to say, Mike Charlie, you're going to absolutely love it. It's
my favourite thing about the hotel, and I don't know if Evelyn's still on because she could tell you her favourite thing because we go on holiday all together. I love the terrace. So what I love about Vic San Antonio is not so much the rooms, because the rooms are your standard rooms. So they're not like, like next door there's Las Costas, and for me their rooms are a lot better. However, what I love about Vic San Antonio, absolutely love, is there's so many places to go and sit down and chill. So there are sunbeds everywhere. We've never really been lacking for a sunbed. I've never gone and all the sunbeds are gone. So if you would like something, there's a little shaded area. So if you still want to enjoy the sun but be in the shade, there's a little shaded area. All around the pool, they've got sunbeds. You're just a hop, skip and a jump to the beach. Then you've got some like upstairs, you've got some sunbeds up there. You've got a lovely terrace. Like if you don't want to sunbathe, but you just want to sit down, do a crossword. I love the terrace. They've got like, the last time when we went, they had like these seats, these sort of like lounge seats now on the terrace. They're like rattan furniture. So we sat there.
Yeah, just be wary though. So you get a lot of people, if you're into the sunbathing and stuff like that, people get up. I couldn't believe it. I could see that people getting up at 5 a.m. to put their towels and reserve their sun loungers. So just bear that in mind. People will do that.
It's not an uncommon thing, really.
No,
I think
but
it's quite a known
we
thing.
get down there at 8 a.m. to have breakfast. They've got people have taken what? They're not even out there. They've just put their towels out there.
Yeah,
Which is a bit selfish. And then, but one thing I did really like, for me, you didn't like it especially, but I did like the food. The breakfast selection is really good. So you've got plenty there to eat. And if you do the afternoon meal as well, like I said, it is buffet. So you can have as much as you like in there. So if you've got a big appetite on me, it is thumbs up.
Yeah, the thing is with me and the food, it's not the greatest of quality. And the bar area, the lounge area, sort of like could do with some updating. I know that recently, I say recently, in the last few years, I know they've been updating the rooms, but I don't know if they have updated the lounge area. That is a little bit like, but the food, no, I don't mind it. You will find something there, but it's just your bog standard, you know, like chips and whatever, or tater tots and whatever, or you know, I think you like the breakfast more.
Yeah, well, Kelly's not really into those things, but I really did enjoy it. I was going to say, you know, you can do. They got an omelette station there, and they do the sort of standard British thing, but they also cater to obviously other Europeans. So you've got cold cuts as well, which Germans tend to eat. Obviously, all the fried breakfast there as well. If you're not fancying the fry up, they do things like fruit and things like that if you want a more cereal, if you want a more healthier breakfast. I never do. I'm straight there with all the
they got an omelette station.
I'm there for the omelette station.
Yeah, you're all about the omelette.
Do you want it with cheese? Yes, please. So it's but yeah, I hope you have a fantastic time. Please do let us know. And also as well, for me, the strip there at not Playa Blanca, of course, what's it called?
Avenida de las Playas.
No.
The strip. That's what the strip is called.
Is it called?
Yeah,
the strip's fantastic. The strip is fantastic.
I think it's called Avenida de las Playas. I'm sure that's what the strip is called.
No, it's not. Richard said when at my sister's one evening, my niece said, "Can you drink breakfast tea in the afternoon because you came early and forgot to ask?" Yeah, I know, that's funny. You always think that. Can you? There is afternoon blends as well and breakfast tea and all of this. Kika said, "I'm back, Mark and Kelly. I just checked on my reindeer is okay. Is your reindeer good?"
I hope your reindeer as well.
Yeah, we've got your photo of your reindeer, but have you bought anything else recently? Richard said, "I'm giving up chewy sweets and beer for Lent in March." Oh, doing 100 miles for WWF Worldwide Fund for Nature. Oh, that's good. You're doing is it actually a marathon you're doing, or you're doing actually a hike? Echo Mike Charlie said, "That all sounds fab. I can't wait to go now. Thanks for the insight, guys. Really appreciate it." I haven't been to Lanzarote in about 4 years, so it's well overdue. I was saying with us, actually, you probably went when we were there last. We went in 2019 was our last time.
Avenida de las Playas. I knew that's what the strip was
Porto del Carmen, that's what I was talking the area.
Oh, the area is called Porto del Carmen.
Porto del Carmen, in my opinion, is the best area in that.
Yeah, we haven't been to all the areas, to be fair. Because we've not been to Playa Honda. There are other players. You've not been to Playa Blanca. I quite like Playa Blanca. It's a little bit like Brighton, I felt. But Puerto del Carmen is a good all-rounder. So like, even if you like clubbing or you don't like clubbing, it's just all there. And Evelyn and I have got our favourite cocktail bar, which is the Golden Corner. That's a really good cocktail bar.
And that's actually not too far from Vic San Antonio. So as you're walking into town, you'll go past the spa on the right-hand side. Keep walking down there. It's a bit of a trek, but you'll see it on the left-hand side.
On the left side of the street, yeah.
Bar Orla. So they do nice cocktails there.
And there is a really nice restaurant. So if you are a little bit bored of the hotel and you actually want to go out, there's a really nice restaurant on the strip and it's called Trattoria, but there are several Trattorias and it's right next to, so So when you're walking down and you pass the spa, which is on the right, so you're walking down the road, and then you'll see a restaurant called Trattoria. It's got a yellow banner. It's an Italian restaurant, by the way. And next to it, there's a Charlie's perfume shop. That's the Trattoria, and it's called Trattoria something. Antica Trattoria, I think it's called.
Yeah, it's a very nice restaurant. But your favourite one, you have to get a taxi there because it is a bit of a trek, is
La Cabana.
La Cabana. So it has been voted the best restaurant in Lanzarote for quite a while.
Yeah, for quite on TripAdvisor.
But it is very good food. So it's La Cabana.
It's in Matcha. You need to take a taxi there if you're not driving. That is. It's run by a British couple. I remember somebody complaining, saying, "Oh, they only serve British food," which they don't, by the way. They don't only serve British food, but they said, "Oh, a terrible restaurant. They only serve British food." This is one of the rare sort of bad reviews. And the lady who is part owner there, she said, "Is that a problem? Like, is it a problem?"
Yeah. But not everyone like
Keegan
said, I saw Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. Was it good? Oh, Richard did a review on Puss in Boots. So check out Richard's review. Richard said got to do a random speed out of 100 miles, so lots of routes planned. Okay, that's just for your charity event. Eva said she's gone vegetarian.
Oh, really?
We have to swap some recipes.
Wow.
Oh, Vaughan said, I will never go back to the Canaries. Vaughan,
oh, really?
Vaughan, why? What happened? Don't tell me.
Oh.
You didn't get very drunk there, did you? And then it never ruined the experience. What happened? I hope nothing bad happened. Eva said, thought I would just put it out there. Okay. Oh. Well, we shall try. Try the vegetarian stuff. I've got lots of recipes if you want to share those. Eva said she missed the cocktail.
Yeah, the Golden Corner.
The Golden Corner is the one we used to sit down chill. They do live music every so often.
Yeah, there is one that you pass before you get to the Golden Corner. So if you're coming from the direction of Vic San Antonio, walking onto the strip, there is another bar, but it's not that one. It's the one on the corner by La Ula, which is also a casino and restaurant.
Richard said, Richard just said he did the review. Beat me to it. Yeah, Richard did do a review. I saw your review on Puss in Boots, actually, The Last Wish. It was really good. Eva said, after live, I'll rinse out the potatoes to reduce the starch. Right. Oh, yeah, of course, you're doing your homemade chips.
Yeah.
Richard said, doing some extremely hard challenges this year.
Wow.
Are you going to do, because you normally do a video just to give clues as to what you're doing. So are you going to be doing that? Echo Mike Charlie said, I'll have to check them all out. I'm considering renting a car, but still undecided.
Right, okay.
It's a good way to get around the island, but you can do it by bus excursion.
And just to let you know that Porta del Carmen, the road, the Avenida de las Playas, is only one way. So you can't go up and down. So you can only drive down it, or is it drive up it? Because what happened was, when they decided, because it used to be two-way, and when they decided to make it one way, the traffic was going like one way, and then overnight, the next day, they changed their minds.
They did.
And then they had the traffic going that way, and I was just like, oh my God. So now I'm just trying to think, but it's very bike friendly. So they actually, on the pavement where you're walking up and down, they also have the bike lane on the actual pavement. So it's very bike friendly to ride up and down if you choose to rent bikes. There's a couple of places. They used to be reasonable. I don't know if they're reasonable now, but they used to be reasonable to ride up and down. You will have a really good time. We loved it.
I'm really curious to see why Vaughan won't go back.
Yeah, Vaughan.
Vaughan, what happened? Eva said, "Oh, put water on the homemade chips for tomorrow." Are you going to do them? Have you ever tried triple cooked chips? Have you ever tried those ones as well? It's a lot of effort.
Yeah,
but it's,
and I don't like triple cooked chips.
I've never tried them. Richard said one challenge is to have the world's sourest sweet. Oh God. I was going to say, with your sour sweet, though, you've got quite a taste for that, because you said you can do toxic waste sweets.
Yeah.
I've tried toxic waste sweets. They were like so sour, but if you can handle those, you can go quite strong. Eva said, so Richard, Eva reckons you should do the ice bucket challenge. No one's done that for a while, actually.
For a long time.
Oh, Keegan's got himself a teddy bear, Puss in Boots.
Oh, wow.
Did you get it from the cinema, or did you order it somewhere else?
Wow, good for you.
Yeah, I was going to say, go with your reindeer one. Richard said, Aoife done that challenge, but always to do it again. So he has done the... Yeah. Eva said, Mark and Kelly, love seeing how happy you are together. It's encouraging.
Oh, bless you. Thank you.
So, no, that's it. I hope you do enjoy when you go to Lanzarote. I've got to say, we really miss it, don't we?
Yeah,
we haven't been since
we haven't
2019 is the last time we went.
I think it might be one of our first holidays when we decide we're going to go back on holiday and stuff like that. I think it probably will be. I mean, don't get me wrong, we did a short trip last year. We may do another short trip this year because I would really like to go to Disneyland Paris.
Yeah.
So we may try to do another short trip and then get ourselves in a position where we may be able to go on holiday, but we'll see as things progress, I guess, whether we can go on holiday this year.
Richard said, the sour sweet challenge is 100 times worse than the toxic waste. Oh my God, what are you eating?
Yeah, and why?
Have you ever tried the what was it, the Doritos chip challenge? They've got that one, the what do they call it?
Is it the hot one or whatever?
Yeah,
it is?
so it's like
a roulette.
Roulette, that's it. That was the word. So you basically have to pour out the one. Oh God, Ethan wants to challenge us to the iceberg challenge. Kelly will do it.
No.
But Richard will lose his taste buds for 6 hours. Yeah, I'm not sure you would want to do that.
Yeah,
the trouble is
why?
with these really hot things is they actually add nothing to the flavour. It's just there for pure heat or sourness. Here we are. Here's Vaughan saying. Eva saying to you, Richard, she challenges you to that iceberg challenge again. Vaughan said volcanic beaches are too hot. Right. Limited places of interest. Beach vendors. And the list goes. Beach vendors are, you don't like them. I'm taking it.
Do you know what? Because me and Eve, we went together the first time. God, many years ago. It was me, Eve, and my cousin and another friend, and we went to Lanzarote so many years ago. Now it was one of the first holidays that we went on, and it was true that there was like quite a few vendors, not so much vendors, but like people wanting to give massages like every day. They were like,
there was loads of those. You want massage, you want massage, you want massage.
Yeah, and but all in all, but we were a lot younger then, and so we were all into like going clubbing and like having a few drinks and all of that because we were a lot younger then, and that's what we used to do. But as time has gone on, that's why Porta del Carmen is so good because. Yeah. It's for the clubbing people, of which we were back in those days, and all of that. And we just rented a villa, and we just sort of like did whatever. And I remember we rented a villa, and the washing machine, the door handle was broken, and we wanted to wash our clothes. That's the whole reason. And they were like, "Oh, I'm really sorry, the washing machine's broken." And you know what I did? I was just like, I had a look at it, and I thought, I bet I can fix this washing machine. And so I took a bottle opener. The corkscrew one, the one that you turn and then the legs go up. I took a bottle opener and I jammed the thing where the handle used to be, and then all of a sudden we could then do our washing.
Oh, right, okay.
And then my friend was like, "Oh, Kelly, look at Kelly's got it." I jammed it with a bottle opener. It was so funny. But back in the day, that's what you go clubbing and all of this. And now that we go, we're a couple. We go. We're not really that clubbing type. That's sort of like out of our system now, and we just take it for what it is. Like we'll sit on. We never go to the beaches because they charge for the sun loungers. So we just tend to.
I think that's Vaughan's point. I think that's what put her off. I can understand that as well because we have done those vendors, but they come up to you, they charge you once, and they leave you alone.
Yeah. But what's good about Vic San Antonio? If you ever do decide that you want to go back, there are 2 hotels. One is Los Farallones, which is at the other end of Avenida de las Playas. On that end, they actually have sort of like almost like a private beach kind of thing, where you don't pay to sort of like do the sun lounges and stuff like that. You can actually just have that own little private beach. It costs more in that hotel, but Vic San Antonio is quite reasonably priced, but it's not the best hotel. Las Costas, which is just next, but the thing with Vic San Antonio is you have entertainment every single night. Every single night there's entertainment. It's not the greatest of entertainment.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's entertainment in the broadest sense of the word.
Yeah, my mum enjoys that sort of thing, and that's why I say look at the ages there, like who can enjoy Porta del Carmen. I brought my mum because I knew my mum was going to really enjoy there. She's got a shop called Paradise Shop. She goes there every single day. She goes there twice a day. She really loves that shop. But not only that, there's entertainment every night that she can just sit down and watch, and then know that she can go up to her room, kind of thing. She likes that sort of, like, you know, that cruise life where everything is in one place. And my mum likes that sort of thing. So even if the acts aren't that great, and it's not to say that the acts aren't that great, it's just that it's whether it's your cup of tea or not, really. It's not Mark's cup of tea, but I don't mind some of the acts that they have. I quite like some of the acts.
It's free. I mean, like I said, it's free. If you've got nothing else to do, then it's, for me, I would probably go and watch it. But I'd rather go and just wander down the strip,
which is what we do. So we'll have dinner, and the strip doesn't close till about 10 o'clock. Like, the shops don't close till 10. So we'll go and we'll have dinner, and then we'll walk down the strip and go in and out of wander in and out the shops and stuff like that.
It just makes me laugh that Vaughan had just said, like, the list goes on and on and on. So I take it you're not a fan. Also, Aoife's doing the Ice Bucket Challenge for women's aid refugees, so that's nice.
Oh, wow, okay. Yeah.
Keegan said, "Oh, I sent you a photo of my Puss in Boots doll. Let's have a little look."
Is that the doo-doo-doo?
I think that was your message. He sent you. We'll have a little look. Richard said, "I did once find as many London landmarks." Oh, this is one of your videos that you had done. So Richard's saying, every month doing loads of new locations. My trailer will help you have an insight. Okay, we've checked that. Vaughan said that was clever about the DIY. You ramming in a thingy and then open it up with a corkscrew.
When the girls are on, like, want to get something done, we're going to get it done. You get me?
Yeah. Bit of a problem when you want to open your wine. It's stuck in the...
It would only have been a problem for Evelyn.
Yeah. Richard said, my May 2023 vlog is a clue. Puff, puff, phew. Now, either you're smoking something, or it's going to be, I'm guessing, a train, potentially. Could it be a train?
Oh, it's not popped up yet.
It hasn't come up yet, Keegan.
It does say you've sent it, but I can't see it. Yeah, it's not popped up.
Did you attach it?
No, he did. It does say. It said it in the thing, but for some reason it didn't pop up. So
can you resend it, please? And then we'll have a little look. Richard said, one of my challenges is to walk the world's longest pier in Southend City. Okay.
Wow.
We've been meaning to go to Southend. We were supposed to go last year. We just didn't get round to doing it.
Yeah. Do you know what? There's lots of things I think that we want to do, but it's a tricky one because there are certain things that we plan and that we do, and that it's not always possible, you know, and cost of living these days doesn't allow us to do certain things. So it's just about,
Alyssa, how are you?
Hey, Alyssa, I hope you're well.
You good? How are things? I haven't seen you in a while. I hope you're okay. He's resent it, Keegan said.
Okay, I'll take a look. It's not popped up yet.
So Richard said, trust me, Southend is worth the trip.
Oh, wow.
We will, and it's not a million miles away from us.
No,
so we will try and look to that towards the summer. Actually.
It's just difficult to get to.
Yeah,
It's like one of those things. There are loads of places that's not a million miles away from where we live, but the route is very weird. It's just like not direct. So you have to go here to get there, to get there, to get to here. So
Alyssa said, I've been better. How are you guys? What's the matter? You're not well?
Oh.
You're not being well. I hope you're feeling better now. Yeah, we've been good, thank you. We're just discussing all the videos that we're just about to put up. Lots of food ones.
Yeah.
Because we've been out eating, so we did our little trip to Harrods. So
one of them subjects.
Yes, we're looking forward to showing the Harrods one actually, because there's some really good stuff in there. I've not been for years into Harrods.
I also filmed in my mum's new kitchen. Baking. So I baked a cherry and almond cake. The only thing that I didn't film, which I forgot to film, was what was the topping that I did for the cake. But it was just a buttercream frosting, which I'll explain maybe in a voiceover or something like that, of how I did it and what I did and everything else. It was just I couldn't, because I had to do it today. I just couldn't set up the camera and everything and then talk to the camera and then do it. I just wanted to get on with it. Because I went to see my cousin just before we did the live. So
yeah, but we will be going back to Harrods actually, because although Knightsbridge is a bit of a pain to get to, it's not my favourite place, but I did really enjoy going through Harrods. There was so much stuff to show. They had tons of sweets and cakes and stuff like that. So we do want to show you as well stuff that I never ever would ever consider existing food-wise.
I'm just dreaming about the croissant, even though
that
it's
was
so
amazing.
expensive. The croissant and that prawn sort of prawn roll was so good. There's a lobster one as well, but the lobster's so expensive.
£18 for a lobster roll.
But I
we
really
will
want to try it.
We've been trying to save money in the other areas by doing the Too Good To Go app, and we'll show that as the video as well.
Yeah.
So the two extremes, from Too Good To Go to Harrods.
Cost of living.
Yeah.
Economise.
Eva said, try Enniscrone Beach in, is it Sligo? Sligo in Ireland. Okay, we'll have a little look. Richard said, my house is your hotel if you have a problem going far places. Oh, bless you.
Bless you.
Thank you, Richard. We do appreciate that. And we will.
That's so nice.
We will look to try and get there because I know you like going. We'll tell you when we are going to Southend. Alyssa said, oh, just people. What's happened?
Oh.
What did somebody do?
Sometimes people can just be.
People can be idiots. So don't just rise above and remember.
Yeah.
I hope they haven't said anything to you. And it's not that guy again, is it? What you were saying it before. But yeah, let us know. But we hope you're okay. Vaughan said, great, I look forward to those videos.
Yeah.
We hope you like them.
Yeah.
We do hope you like them. So we have, we're in the midst of editing all these.
Yeah.
And plus our crappy afternoon tea experience. Well, it wasn't that bad to be.
It wasn't that bad, but I'm thinking along the lines of value for money, where we were, do you know, it wasn't 5-star. That's my complete and utter bugbear, is that it wasn't 5-star.
Eva said, I'm going to send you a picture or two of the evening sunset at the side of the beach from a few days ago. Oh, that'd be beautiful,
that'd be
actually.
Nice. Yeah.
Actually, it was fairly mild today here. So it was about 15 degrees, which for this time of year is quite warm.
Yeah.
Eva, although she's done that one, Richard said Harrods' last video got bored there. I know what you're saying with Harrods. For me, it was a novelty. I've not been there for years and years and years. So it was just good to... Oh, Keegan said he's resent the photo.
Okay.
We'll have another look. Alyssa said, different guy, just blocked me on everything out of nowhere. I feel like he's just been playing mind games with me. Well, the thing is with that as well, it might be the fact that, actual fact, he quite liked you and probably may have got a bit nervous and then therefore blocked you that way. And also as well, if it's not though, honestly, he's not worth spending any more time on. If he can't be man enough to come up to you and just talk to you, and the only way he can deal with you is block you, honestly, he's done you a favour.
I had to come out of it and then go.
Oh, we got it. There we are.
To show, but yeah.
That's a really cool. So this is Keegan's new Puss in Boots doll from The Last Wish. That's really cute.
It's really cute.
It is really good.
Okay. Will it focus?
It's annoying when it doesn't focus.
Yeah, it's annoying when it doesn't focus. Maybe if I go near and then back. No.
But you get the idea.
Yeah.
You get the idea. But it's really nice. I like that.
Yeah,
it does look really good. And it does look like him. Does it come with a hat? He normally has the hat.
I think that's the hat to the side.
Oh, okay.
I don't know.
That is really cool.
Very cool.
It did come in the end. He says, screw it, not hungry. Need to clean out the deep fat fry and screw it. Gonna have chips tonight. Now I'm tempted. Do you know what? I can never do that. I can never cook food for tomorrow. I smell it, I'll cook it, and I just have to eat it.
Right, sorry, going back to Alyssa's thing where he's blocked you. Do you know what? Like, sometimes it's better to be blocked than just receive air. You know, you said it and it's just air. So just it's just one of those things because it affects your ego a little bit. It affects you because you're thinking like, what's the problem? Like, what's this? But sometimes, yeah, they're having a joke with their friends. Do you know what? I'm going to block her. Yeah. Don't worry about it. This will be a small, in years to come, you'll realize that this is just a small thing.
Yeah.
Don't worry
I
about
once said that to a friend of mine as well. I just said, you'll look back in the years and thought, you'll even wonder why it even bothered you.
Yeah.
Do you know what? But it will take time.
Yeah.
It will take time. Yeah. Keegan said, I've done some short videos. We did see, actually. We watched one of your videos.
Do you know what, Keegan? Some of your techniques I really liked. So when you were showing me the video and you went back and we saw which arena it was, who was playing at the arena, you really thought about the information that people might be interested in. So I think keep going and keep doing what you're doing. I like you're so young, and now's a good time to sort of like do like little videos and stuff like that. I just thought it was really good technique.
Definitely, we said that as well, because you show where to go in the car park, where then to get to the next place. We thought that was really good, and we love your singing as well.
Dear future husband, and that's all. Like, dear future husband. The next bit. Dear future husband. The next bit. Dear future husband.
Richard said one thing I still want to see is when the sun goes sets, that it goes so quickly, it flash boom, and also the green lights as it sets. So they do say that if you're actually near the horizon, you're much more likely to see the sun set really, really quickly. But you're going to have to fly to somewhere like either Africa or South America for that. But that would be brilliant. Sorry, it's gone where. Richard said the cats are on Puss in Boots. Well, my cat's on Puss in Boots. Your cat, your physical cat, was in the thing. Yeah, and Eva thought it was a cute Puss in Boots. Oh, Alyssa said, yeah, I thought everything was okay between us, and then all of a sudden that happened. It upset me a bit. Well, it will do, because it's. But like I say, clearly you've got to respect yourself, and he should respect you. And I do get it, because he just disappeared. Most likely. I'm not going to promise it. Most likely he will come back, but just be wary, because he might come back and then start to try things as well. But there's always a chance that will happen again. Never let someone treat you like that. I
think at this stage, if he can just block you like that, and if that happened to me, it would shock me. Like, all of a sudden you're texting someone and they just blocked you for what reason? And what is annoying these days is not understanding why, or not getting the reason. And sometimes you may never get the reason, but then sometimes it will come back to you in a roundabout way, and then you'll find out the reason. You think, really? Because I feel like as well, sometimes people have a hard time of just talking. Like, the easiest thing now is just to like air someone, or just to block someone, and it's just like, really? Seriously?
Yeah.
But I think, like I said, if he can do this at this early stage, not take your thoughts, your feelings into any type of consideration, you have to think about, even if he does come back, that's the future. That is the future is. He can just block you at any time, or if he doesn't like what you say, or if something's upsetting him and he's not communicating with you, it's just going to block you. Do you see what I'm saying? So even if he does come back at a later date, if you accept it, you have to understand that this could happen again. So just be mindful, and always respect yourself. Do you know what I'm saying? Always respect yourself, respect your time, because you're giving this person time. Your time is precious. Your time is precious. Don't waste it.
Keegan said, I had a great day apart from the storm. I got a Build-A-Bear workshop in Hull. Build-A-Bear workshop. Oh, fantastic. Talking of storm, yeah, Richard's saying Storm Otto is on its way. 75-mile wind per hour winds tonight. Oh, is it tonight? I thought that was next week.
Oh, no. Is it tonight?
Is it tonight? Because they did say, I did see Storm Otto's on its way, because we were going to have a warm front, and then followed really closely by an absolutely freezing cold front. But I didn't realise that was tonight. Aoife said, Mark Kelly, I love you both so dearly, and thank you for being amazing people.
Oh, bless you.
Well, do you know what? We're always grateful, and thank you to everybody that joins us as well. Because without you guys, we wouldn't be doing these lives. So we'd love to.
For sure. We like that you like you like our lives, and you click the like button, and you click the like button for our videos, and you even watch our video. We're just very grateful.
Yeah, we are. Thank you so much.
Thank you for watching us. Thank you for liking our videos. Thank you for commenting. Thank you for joining us for the lives, and it's just
especially on a Friday evening too.
I know.
So it's really good to see everybody. So batten up for the storm. I'm just going to check that actually what time it's due to come in. But Vaughan did make me laugh, I can say as well. Volcanic beaches as well.
I'm just reading what Vaughan says. Kelly, you've summed it up. Alyssa, no second chances. Don't tolerate that kind of treatment. It's so true, because the thing is, at the end of the day, when you're giving your time to someone, you're investing in something. And I'm not saying at the beginning. I'm not saying like at the very beginning when you're dating, because when you first meet someone, it's just like, oh, there might be a little bit of a spark. you might think, oh God, this guy's nice, da 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 da. But as time goes on, you're now investing your time in something that you think is, do you know what I mean? Is reciprocated. So he's investing his time, you're investing your time, and it's just one of those things. And then when they sort of block you or whatever, for whatever reason, whether it be guy, whether it be girl or whatever, and they're just willing to block you like that without giving you an explanation, girl, don't waste your time. Do not, like, if you were not important then, you're not going to be important later. And to be quite honest, it's his loss. You're going to find someone that you're going to invest your time with someone who's good, who actually appreciates it. Do you know what I mean? Like, there are too many, like, people who act, you know, like some people, they want the bad person, they want the exciting person, they want the this, they want the that. For what reason? What, you know, toxic situation is it that you want? Listen, we all need a nice person. We all need a kind person. We all need someone who's going to treat us and encourage us and be correct with us.
Yeah, Alyssa said, you moved it.
No, I'm just moved because I know I missed some comments, so I just wanted to.
Yeah, Alyssa said, where are we? Yeah, I'm not going to chase people anymore because it feels like the same thing keeps happening. Plus, I've already given him quite a few second chances. Oh, you have already? Yeah, that's it. I mean, it's okay to give someone a second chance. Everybody deserves a second chance. But if you keep doing, if they keep repeating and repeating and repeating, clearly he's not learned his lesson, or clearly he's not mature enough to appreciate you. Vaughan said, Friday nights are Kelly and Mark's nights.
Yeah!
Oh, lovely. Aoife says, sis, well done. Amazing advice.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah, and that is actually. Richard said, remember, in the new few years ago, in the Flying Pig in Essex was my area. Strong winds last year.
Wow.
Was a flying goat. Oh my God.
Can you imagine? That's like something from the Wizard of Oz.
Yeah, Aoife said Kelly gave amazing advice.
Oh.
There you are. Both super PR. Jenny, love you, Mark. Thank you for being so good to Kelly.
Oh,
thank you. No, we appreciate that. Yeah. So that's it, though. We just hope you want to, like I say, just be safe, be well, and get someone who will treat you properly. And you deserve it.
Yeah.
You most definitely deserve it.
I think sometimes this is what people in general don't understand, men and women. You deserve to be treated in the way that you want to be treated. So don't think for 1 minute that you deserve to be treated badly, because you don't.
No.
Do you know what I'm saying? You deserve to be treated in the way that you want to be treated. And my idea of a good relationship, but this is just my preference, is you want to be in a relationship where you encourage each other, you want to grow, you want to progress towards something. Some couples are just happy just being, do you know what I mean? And that's fine as well. There are some couples that want to achieve things, they want to do things, or they want to travel, or they're just so many different opinions and different, but you know you. Do you know what I mean? I've got friends who are specifically they have like this one goal, they're interested in this one thing, and like I might not understand it, somebody else might not understand it, but there's that perfect person who is going to understand it, and who is going to like join in with whatever it is that you're interested in, or do you know what I mean? And I just think in life, for me, it's just about encouragement and growth, and hopefully growing together, hopefully being interested. Mark and I are interested in totally different things.
Yeah, we are. Do you know what? It's so funny. We've got complete opposite tastes. Apart from a few things, and obviously doing the videos is one thing. We have a real big. We really both love doing it.
We like to try. We like to go on holiday.
Yeah. That's two.
Yeah, a couple of things. But we don't.
Food. That's three.
Yeah, food. Yeah.
But yeah, no. Like I said, we love doing the chats as well. But we always say that to everybody. Just really do value yourself, because you are worth it, and we love all of you. Keegan said, Storm Otto, some people will be without power. Do you know what? I was just looking at the BBC website, and it's saying the storms aren't until Thursday. So you probably got an insight there.
Yeah.
Because it's not showing it on the website.
Yeah,
funny enough.
Wow.
Anifa, you're always welcome. I'm always happy to do that as well. But I think you saved yourself because you had the foresight to take action.
Yeah.
So that's more you. Sakura.
Oh,
hello. Pleased to see you. He said, I'm a big fan.
Oh,
lovely.
you.
Thank you for joining us.
Thank you for joining us. Thank you.
Yeah, we're just doing a big random talk about the different things we're doing.
I hope you're well.
Vaughan said, you work great together, real chemistry. I'd love the same. Oh, bless you.
Oh, bless you.
Only a matter of time.
Yeah, and it takes a long time and it takes a lot of work because it's not like easy. We don't just wake up and then, you know, that's today we're going to be co-parenting.
Yeah.
We argue a lot.
Yeah, we do.
we argue a lot. We work on it. We try to do things and sometimes it's about connecting or connection and communication.
Yeah.
And I find that sometimes when we misunderstand each other or we have an argument, it's because we weren't listening or we weren't communicating. So and sometimes, you know, one of us might assume what the other's saying or thinking or whatever, instead of saying, oh, hey, you know, what was it again? Or blah, blah, blah. And I think, a big thing is to communicate because we're the complete opposite. Do you know what I mean? That's why I think communication is a big thing, because we're the complete opposite. Like Mark likes heavy metal. What else is it that you
wouldn't believe it? I used to have long hair, believe it or not.
Heavy metal, gaming. What else?
All the stuff you hate.
Yeah, all like gaming or heavy metal. I'm just like, what? I'm my R&B. I'm like, let's put the capital extra reloaded. Let me listen to. Do you know what I mean? And things like that. And I like to watch a lot of TV. Mark's into documentaries. Who's watching documentaries? But Mark likes documentaries and things like that.
Oh, Keegan was saying people have died because of stormwater. Richard said, can't wait to do a live storm. Richard, go careful in a live storm when you're filming. Vaughan said, I've given up. No, Vaughan, don't give up. Also, as well, you will find, actually, fact, that's the perfect time to meet someone because you are not looking. I think it will come for you as well. From the chats that we've had as well, you can tell you are an amazing person. It will come. Someone just has to appreciate you.
Yeah, it's just one of those things. Like, I had a friend, and for years and years and years, she's been waiting for this person. And she'd been on a few dates. She'd done the dating apps and all of this type of stuff. And she told everybody, "Oh, I'm just desperate to meet someone." She just wanted to meet that she just wanted to have that connection. And then I don't know if it was during lockdown, she started chatting to someone.
Oh yeah, you were saying your friend.
I think it might have been during lockdown. She started chatting to someone like now I can't even get a date with her. So I'm really sorry, Kelly. I'm just trying to grab all my spare time, and I understand it. I don't down people who've met someone and they want to spend all their time with that person. It's just so understandable.
That's inevitable. The other thing, just be wary of as well. Sometimes, not all, and they do it unconsciously, but friends will sometimes, when you meet somebody, it's not in their best interests for you to meet somebody because you'll be taking time away from them as the way they'll see it. So they might say, "Oh no, you don't want to go with them." They will potentially do that. So just be wary of that. A true friend will be happy for you and want you to do that, but some other friends, it's not in their best interest if you are starting seeing someone.
And and a lot of the time, it's subconsciously.
Yeah.
It is a subconscious thing. I mean, in some cases, yes, it's a conscious thing. But in some cases, it's subconscious. And so they don't
Sorry, I just saw Richard's comment. Sorry. Friends with benefits are best. Rich. So I should laugh.
Depends on what, do you know what I mean? I'm not saying that's a good thing. I'm not saying that's a bad thing. That's just your preference.
And you've got your USA lady. So Alyssa just said, do you think he will add me back? Like being honest. So I'll be honest with you. I will be honest with you. Yes, I do. But I also think he will do it to you again.
Yeah.
He will block you. He will add you back, but he will block you again. Take the higher thing. So what I mean by that is don't let him do that to you. Don't let him add you back just to block you again.
Yeah.
You're better than that. You are better than that.
The problem is when you like someone, and especially...
Yeah, it's difficult.
Especially for, like, when you're younger, it's different. And I only go judging how I was when I was younger and how things are very different, because for you at the moment, things are just pretty much black and white. So you go to school, you see someone you like, and that's it. it's very. But as you get older, there'll be certain factors. So when I started sort of like going out with people and all that, I like a lot of people, not everyone, but there's a list, and you tick off what is on your list. And I found out as I was getting older, the list was getting longer of what I wasn't willing to put up with, was what I was
Mark,
willing to
not willing, but
I'm not willing this, I'm not willing this, I'm not willing this. So, but when you're young, your list is very little. So it's very black and white for you at this present time. So I'm sure when he adds you back, I know you probably will want to, you'll be like, oh my God, he's talking to me again, and he's this and he's that, because the feelings are there, and it's just so they're just so strong. But it's difficult because as well, you and this is for any age, it's difficult to rule with your head because you always rule with emotions. And so it's just very, very difficult. And I remember how I was at that age. I remember how the world was ending because and listening to all the sad songs and wishing this and wishing that and all of this, and I just think that when you look back, and it's difficult to see it now because you're still in the midst of it all, but when you look back on it, you'll just think to yourself, oh my goodness, really?
It will take time.
Really?
It will take time.
But it will take time.
Keegan said, I sent you, Mark and Kate, a photo of my day tomorrow.
Oh.
He said, look out for some. So that's a clue.
Okay.
We'll have a look at that. So when you say look out for something, is there something you're looking for shopping? Eve said, told doctor of you both and his counsel was to realise what the catalyst for the recent broke. Okay, yeah, you were saying. That funny said, Eve, you are vulnerable due to health and trauma in your life. Yeah, and I think you probably are. Well, Yvonne said, R&B, jazz, I love pop, and classical. Love documentaries, history, and lots of other stuff. I need to socialise more. No, that's all right. That's a good starting conversation.
Exactly. And the thing, do you know what it was, right? So basically, so I wanted to meet someone. It had been a very long time. I was with somebody who didn't treat me very nicely. And I just thought, do you know what? I'm not meeting anyone. I'm not, like, I'll go to dinner with my friends. We'll just go to dinner and all of this type of stuff. And I just thought, well, I wanted to expand. I wanted to encompass, and I wanted to expand my friendships, and I wanted to do different things, and I wanted to experience different things. So I thought, you know what? I'm going to take a class in what I'm interested in, which was acting. And went to my first class. And in my first class,
we met. That's how we met.
In my first class.
So we got a few questions here. So Sakura said, Richard, keep it PG, obviously about the friends with benefits. Richard said, I say it with cake. Yes, he is a funny man, Sakura. Richard said, I do like someone. She's it's hard because she works in the shop. Oh yeah, Did you ask her? Right, Richard, I'm going to set you a task. You've got to go up to this lady. This is the woman in the Lego shop, isn't
but he says he doesn't want to ask her, as his visits will never be the same again.
No, they will be. So you can just go in there. This is going to be your task, and just ask her something shop related. So if she's in a Lego shop, you could say, excuse me, do you have such and such, whatever. Just think of something that you want. Like, I don't know, do you have Helicopter 7 or something in stock? Ask her whatever it is, and then take it from there.
You can't ask her to go to your house the first time.
No, you can't ask her to your house. So just don't do that, because that will freak her out.
You come to my house for coffee.
So then what you should say to her, just start off with the right conversation. Excuse me, do you have, I don't know, let's say Harry Potter Wizarding World in Lego. Do you have that in stock? So if she says, she'll just treat it as a normal customer. So she'll say yay or nay, right? And then you can build the conversation from there. But do that first. Alyssa said, although I was quite mad, so I sent him loads of texts to him that he might see. Honestly, don't, because you're just basically fueling the fire. The best thing to do is nothing. Is absolutely
nothing.
Honestly, it's going to be hard for you, but do nothing. Don't send him anything. Just leave it. Don't respond.
If you can delete those texts or call them back, do that. Don't send him any texts, because you know, if someone is blocking you, and he will get a kick out of it. To be quite honest, I'll look at this girl. Look at her. She's look at how many texts she sends me.
You're boosting their ego.
Yeah, don't boost his ego.
Oh right, now Sakura has a question. And Richard, don't ask her for the coffee on the first thing. You
To your house.
You have to build that up. And if you're going to ask a coffee, not to your house, to a coffee shop, and just ask her a few quick. When you feel comfortable and the conversation's going well, then you can say, look, what time do you knock off? What time are you finished? Mate, there's a coffee shop down the road. Keep it neutral. And then do it that way. Sakura has asked a question. Mark and Kelly, what should I do about my crush?
Oh.
I've liked them for some time, but I feel like it's unrequited.
Unrequited.
So I'm too scared to ask. This is a difficult. They also go, but I'm too shy to voice a message him. And when I do, he takes ages to reply. Okay, well, this really depends on where you are at the moment. I'm not right. I must say, I'm not a love guru, so let's be giving advice. But it really depends on your situation at the moment. How well do you know them? In what capacity do you know them? So, are you work colleagues? Are you friends? Are you at college or something together? How is that? That really depends.
Yeah. Where do you do you see them every day? Do you? Yeah. In what context?
Yeah, tell us the context.
Yeah, tell us the context.
You see, Vaughan said Mark's a perfect partner. Kenny, you are so lucky. Do you know what? That's lovely to say. I'm not perfect.
You. One
thing I admit is I am nowhere near perfect.
We're both not perfect, trust me. But we do try.
We do try. Richard said, if you send voice message better than the text, I would try and do the personal approach. The trouble is with text can be misinterpreted. So I've sent text to people as well, not love related, but just in general. So I might just, and people have read it wrong. And I said, no, I didn't mean it that way.
Everybody reads something differently. So because everybody has a different aspect on how things, when I, so if anybody on YouTube would set up, ask a question, I'd answer it and go, I hope this helps. But I said, hope that helps to someone. And they took it as sarcastic, as I was being sarcastic. And I wasn't being sarcastic. And he answered back in a sarcastic way, hope this helped. And I hope that helps. And it wasn't. I was just like, I hope that helps. So it just really depends on how you read something. So I would, like Mark says, take the personal approach. But we're old school that way.
Yeah.
Like now, everything is digital. Everything is sending a message, everything is sliding into a DM, and I like these young people chatting these days.
So Rich just said, Mark, I'm going to try that tomorrow. Yeah, do give it a try, but just just start off really basic.
Light and cash.
And also as well, because they're working, you've got the excuse to talk to them because you can ask them a work-related question. So if they're working in a shop, excuse me, do you sell this, whatever this is? And they'll just say, yeah, sure, we do it. Let them take, if you also as well, a little trick you can do, ask them for something that they do sell, that you sell, that you've seen on the shop floor. Do you sell such and such? Oh, could you show me where it is, please? Then they'll take you to it. So that's your lead into the conversation.
Keep it light and cash.
Yeah. Richard said, could ask her about the Valentine's Lego. No, not yet. Just take it something. Bring in my own Lego heart. Just rather than do that, just ask her something in the shop. Let her show you. And just say, you can start the conversation then. You can say, oh, thanks a lot. Do you get asked for this set a lot or something like that? Start the conversation. Mm-hmm. Okay, so Sakura said, we are friends at college and we have this massive friends group, but we barely speak to each other. All right, so with that, this is going to sound a bit sexist, but I always think women are better at judging these things than men. So I'm sorry, I'm assuming
I was about to correct you on that.
So I'm wrong. So apologies for that. But what's your gauging? What is your gauge? Do you feel there's something there? If not, the other thing you can do is you can put yourself in a situation where it happens. So either you can just say, you could be talking about something like we were talking about Puss in Boots: The Last Wish. So you could talk about a movie and just say, God, I haven't seen it yet. Even if you have, just say you haven't seen it yet. And if they say, yeah, I'm interested in seeing that too, you could say, well, actual fact, what are you doing now? Because it is actually on. Do you fancy going to watch it? You could do something like that. Lead in that way.
I'm going to tell you a little story about Mark and I. So, the moment that I knew Mark liked me, right? So, I would do things on purpose. So the moment that I thought, oh my God, he likes me, I never ever went to. So we met in an acting class, and Mark's can be quite sociable at times. And so you used to go to the group after class and stuff like that. So he would go. I never ever went, right, because I wasn't interested in mixing, because I'm like, believe it or not, sometimes I can be quite shy. And on this particular day, I thought, and it was our last class, and I thought, today is the day that I'm going to go to the coffee thing or whatever. And I thought, I'm going to give him my number. Not even I was going to get his number. I'm going to give him my number. And so we went to the coffee place, and we were all just chit-chatting, and we're like, you know what, we should all exchange numbers. I'm like, we should, do you know what I mean? And I wasn't interested in anyone else's number. I was only interested in Mark's number. So Mark, never remembering his number, I remember he had this old phone, and he put the phone down in front of me with his number, so I could actually put it in my phone at the time. And then I rang his phone, and then we had each other's numbers. That was one time. And then another time, so I went back to college, to the acting place again. City Leap was where we went. And I was doing another class, a different class. And on a specific day, I thought, it'd be nice if Mark came to meet me after class just to surprise me. Now, we weren't dating.
No, we
weren't dating or anything. We were just like, you know, as it is at the beginning, when you see someone and you just think, it'd be nice if this happens and that happens. Anyway, I came out of class, and the class finished, and I came out on the street. Now, Mark would know I don't go to any of the after college stuff and that. And I walked down to the street, and I saw this guy in front of me, like a bit ahead of me. He was wearing this long Matrix coat. And I looked, and I thought, it'd be nice if Mark came to me. And I thought, that actually looks like Mark. And he turns around, and it was Mark. And so he walked back, and I was like, hey, how are you? Blah, blah, blah. And I said, what are you doing here? Because I knew he didn't go to classes on that day. And I knew he didn't live anywhere near the vicinity.
No, I came into looking for Kelly.
City Lit. And then he went, I said, what are you doing here? You haven't got classes today. And he was like, oh, yeah, I needed to come to the thingy office upstairs. And I knew the admin office upstairs was closed. It was where you would go to sign up for another class. He knew it was closed, and I knew it was closed because it doesn't open on the weekends. And I was just like, oh, yeah. And I knew that he had come, but I just played along. Me. And I knew he'd come along. Just to
let's sort people's problems out. Okay. So Alyssa said it's so annoying how it bugs me, because I'm just waiting for him to add me back, even though I doubt it will happen, but I wish I just didn't care at all. No, that's the thing. You're in this really bad limbo now, because you're just sitting there waiting for them to take action. You take action. So you've got to get to the stage, and it will be hard, but you need to get to the stage where you're in the point where, actual fact, I'm going to just carry on doing other things. Don't sit there waiting. I've done it myself many years ago, and it never ever works well. Honestly, it never works well.
Because the thing is, sometimes we begin to get a little bit obsessed with stuff, especially you're with this guy. He's treating you in such a way that you are begging in your mind that you want to be added back. You want to see this guy. You want to do this. You want to do that, because he's treating you in such a way that it's keeping you hanging on. What you need to do is reverse it a little bit and think of something else positive and go and do that. Like, get your mind off it. Call your girls. Say, girls, let's get together. Let's go to wherever.
Your friends. Yeah,
go, your friends. Girls, let's go. Let's go shopping. Blah blah blah. If you have male friends and girlfriends mixed together, go and go like when I was younger, we used to go to things like Pizza Hut. We'd get together, and we'd go swimming or whatever it was that we would do. Get your girls. Your girls have got you. Especially if you've got true friends, your girls have got you. So go and do it, and don't sit there and mull over how this guy is treating you, and all you want to do is be added back to his whatever it is.
Vaughan said, good move, and it says, stay strong and remember you deserve more. And that's such good advice. You definitely deserve more. Alyssa said, it's like sometimes I wonder if I should stop being so caring and nice, and maybe then I would get treated better. No, do you see what you're doing? You're changing yourself for somebody else. You shouldn't have to do that. You want the opposite. Stay as you are, being caring and nice. The person that appreciates you will come along. You don't want to change that way. Sakura said, I do want to date, but I feel that he will get tired of me. There's another one. Guys, you've got to respect yourselves. Listen, really understand your value. I feel that he likes my best friend, but she told me that she wouldn't go out with him. I think you might be a bit paranoid, potentially, but also as well, if that's the case, really, though, you've got to love yourself in order for someone to like you as well. Have that confidence and be, really be impressed with your own abilities.
The thing is, right, okay, all right. Let's say for argument's sake.
Oh, well, there's one more bit just to add so you can know the full story. So Keegan's got 7 subscribers. Well done, Keegan. Sakura said, he's also giving me mixed signals, ? So potentially. Mm-hmm. Sometimes we will make eye contact and he will smile, and some days he will ignore me. Is it me?
Okay, the thing is this. If you have, listen, women, men, whatever, we have gut instincts. And I don't know why or what it is in place or is put in place that we tend to ignore what our gut instincts are saying. You already said you have a suspicion. So something has triggered something in you to know that he is interested in your best friend. Okay? So that's a gut instinct as far as I'm concerned. You would not have mentioned it if that wasn't something. So something has passed between them. She's saying, your friend is saying, right, okay, do you know what? I won't go out with him or whatever. That's fine. Do you want somebody that likes somebody else to now go out with you? You want to be the first. Now don't get me wrong. Sometimes these things can work out and you do go out with the person and really you were always meant to be together and this is how it should be and all of that type of stuff. But you need to think about how you want to be treated. Because if somebody was interested in somebody else and then, now is interested in you. Now, I've known this to happen. I have known this to happen with like brothers. When somebody likes one brother, they don't get together with that brother, so they get together with another brother. But it didn't work out because you never wanted that brother in the first place. You wanted the other brother. Do you see what I'm saying? Like, now don't get me wrong, it could work out, but you will always be with that knowledge. But he liked my friend first before he liked me. Now, I don't know how old you are, and you don't have to tell me or anything like that because you're college. But what I'm saying is, you need to think about how you want to be treated. Now, your list is changed as from school to college. Your list is already now changing, and when you get older, your list will change, and it will change, and it will change.
That's
and it will change.
Very, very true. Do you know what I've noticed that they do say that every 7 years. You as a person changes. The person you are now is totally different from when it was 7 years ago. Not so much for Keegan because of his age, but it's 7 years ago. So and also it will change in another 7 years. So your priorities now, your likes now, your things that are important to you now will change in 7 years. Not entirely. I think your base things like your family, your friends, not all, but most will stay the same. But your values and things will change slightly as time goes on. Also, as well, you'll become more confident in yourself.
Yeah. And that's the thing. It's about being a confident person. It's about believing in what you have to offer is of value. You are a valuable person. Your time is valuable. Your whatever it is, your morals, your ethics, your whatever, they're all valuable things. And are not to be given to just any random person. They're to be given to or shared with that special person, the one that is going to consider you in the same way and in the way you want to be treated. I watch a lot of things and I'm like, why are you waiting to be treated that way? And don't get me wrong, it's not like I was. I also was treated badly, and I have been treated badly. But in the end, I remember like sort of thinking, well, I remember being treated badly by one guy, and I just thought, well, when I really thought about it, but Kel, are you going to marry this person? And instantly the voice was saying, no, you're not going to marry this person. All right, so it's a little bit of an obsession. All right, so let's ride out this obsession. Once the obsession is gone, and I know how I am. Once I'm bored or something, that's it. Bye. But I know it's almost like a grief, or when you need to wallow in self-pity for a little while. Like I can give myself and allow myself to wallow in self-pity for a little while. I can give myself that time to wallow in a sadness or a grief or whatever. But sooner or later, it's done. And it's now time, that was it's time to move on. And you need to think about, okay, so like in Alyssa's case, the guy is treating you like a certain way and you're still sitting there waiting. Don't wait. Go and make your own. Do you know what I mean? Go make your own things. Go and do your own things. Your girls have got you, honestly. Sakura, I think, like, start looking at, like, he's catching your eye. Some days the guy's ignoring you and whatever. And I'm just thinking, like, really? Like, just, like, now you're in college. You can't tell me there's only one person. You're in college. There's a fountain of people around, but there's loads of people around. This is your time. This is your time now to go and do the things that you want to do. Don't be looking at this one guy.
What's weird is what's more attractive for a guy, not in every case, but is the fact that if you give those vibes that you're just relaxed about the whole thing, you're easygoing, not in every case, but believe me, if you come across more confident, like you're saying, well, smile at you sometimes, do the same back. Sometimes you'll smile, really sometimes I'll put the heat on in a minute.
There is, sorry, I just wanted to...
I need to read comments.
There is one guy, well, there's a couple guys, but there's one guy that I knew, and he said, I'm dating the girl, but I haven't made her my girlfriend yet. Wait, what? We just... This was months down the line, and you still have not made the girl your girlfriend. And I'm just like, I literally don't know how young people are dating. It's a different language.
Yeah, I was going to say, I'm well out of touch.
It's completely different language.
Vaughan said, don't mope. He believes he has the upper hand and is in control. This is for Alicia. Total narcissistic behavior. Absolutely. Why would you want to hold on to a man like this?
And there you go.
Richard said, thanks for the advice. No, Richard, do try that with the Lego bit. Thinking of making a thumbnail video with thumbnail being in the video to be funny. So thumbnail within a thumbnail within a thumbnail. Charlie's back.
Hey, Charlie.
Sakura said, Kelly gave you a hint about the wedding cake time. Oh, yeah, we did discuss that. Sakura said, thank you, guys. You have given me confidence. And now that I will know, not waste my time on someone who isn't willing to do the same back. I feel super silly worrying about something like that. No, don't.
Never feel silly.
Don't be silly. And it's not, honestly, it's not so much silly as well. You don't know. He might be really nervous around you. And he might be thinking, well, actual fact, do I not? Or maybe he's trying to play it cool, but comes across the wrong way. You don't know.
If he likes you, he will chase you. That's the simple thing of it. If he likes you, he will chase you. When Mark and I exchanged numbers, and I'll tell you this, when Mark and I exchanged numbers, after I sort of like left.
Naha, hello.
Hey, Naha, hope you're well. When I wasn't going to City Lit anymore and I was doing other things, I was the girl that was always chatting to her girls. Every night I'd be chatting to someone and all of this. Mark would message and he would say, oh yeah, how are you? Yeah, up for a chat. And I'd be like, yeah, I'll call you in a bit. I'm just chatting to like a couple of my friends. He must have sent this message like every now and again, like not in the same week, but he might, like one week he would send it and then I'd get off the phone and I'd completely forget that I was supposed to phone this guy. Then the following week he'd send the same message. I got busy or whatever, but yeah, I'll sort of message go. Yeah, I'll chat with you in a bit. I'll be chatting to my girl. Forget that. I did it like time and time again. The next time I did it, do you know what Mark did? Mark just called me. He weren't waiting for me to call him.
Richard's got to go.
Bye, Richard. Bye. He called me because he wanted to call me, and this is what I'm saying. When the guy is interested. And it shouldn't always be up to the guy anyway, but sometimes these are the times we're living in. Like he will call you, he will chase you, he will say, do you know what I mean? I like you, I think we should get together. Because if he's that interested in you, and he would be afraid to lose you, he would be afraid that you would get together with somebody else, or know that he's letting something really good go. Do you know what I mean? And if he's willing to let something really good go, then he was never the person that you were supposed to be with in the first place.
Now I didn't realise Alyssa was on here. She goes, how long have you been on here for? Yeah, so that's it. That's what we said.
Yeah.
Right, guys, we have been going solidly for 2 hours.
Wow.
So I think, unfortunately, we're going to have to leave. I know now how you just joined. We wanted to see how you are, but we've just been going for 2 hours, so I'm pretty knackered now.
And I am a little bit cold.
Yeah,
I've been cold for like a little while.
I'll put the heating on as well. So that is it from Mark and Kelly's tips, trips and things this week, I'm afraid. But we will be back on Tuesday.
You say that. Let me just check if I...
Well, I'll be back on Tuesday.
Oh, are you?
Although I don't think anybody wants love advice from me.
Yeah, Tuesday is good.
Tuesday's good.
It's also Shrove Tuesday.
Oh, you stay warm and healthy. Love hearts to you all. Yeah, bye, Mark and Kelly. Oh, where's your carrot cake? He says Keegan.
I didn't make a carrot cake today. I made a cherry and almond cake.
Oh no, we didn't make it, but we will show you.
And a pineapple upside down.
Yeah, there were 2 cakes actually. We'll have to show you.
Well, let me show you quickly a picture of all my cherry cake that I made.
Oh yeah, while Kelly's doing that as well. So we will be back on Tuesday. But if anybody wants to message us in the meantime, we will answer your thing. We have our link above there. So if you want any comments, tips, trips, or things, I hope you enjoyed that as well. We really did enjoy the live today. What's he say? Stop Waymer and stay. Yeah, that was that's the cake that Kelly baked today.
Yeah, that was the
cake. You don't have to cover your eyes. It's okay.
It focuses on your eyes.
Oh,
that's why I was covering the eyes.
Cover the eyes. Does that work? There you are.
Yeah. So that's the cake that I made today. But I will do a video on it. I just didn't film when I did the topping for it, but I will also show you my pineapple upside down cake.
There you go. So Keegan, I hope you like these 2. That's a pineapple upside down cake Kelly baked.
Yeah.
There you are.
There you go.
Looks amazing, says Sakura.
Thank you.
So yeah, like I said, guys, if you do want to catch up with this as well, we will be back on Tuesday. Elisa, you're more than welcome. But yeah, if you join us with the chat as well, please, guys, have a fantastic weekend. Enjoy. Look after yourselves. I'm going to add a new one as well. Believe in yourselves. Definitely believe in yourselves because you are worth a lot.
You know you got that thing.
Yes, exactly. And we will hopefully see you Tuesday, 6 p.m. UK time. Until then, look after yourselves. Take care. And remember, you're never too old to have fun. We'll see you on the next live. Bye for now.
Bye for now.